All right, y'all. So I posted this video July 6th of this year, obviously, right? This Stephen Darby video with me looking asleep. What am I doing here? I posted this video, right? Stephen Darby, this sermon is not for the week. I posted it on July 6th, has 368,000 views. So a lot of people watched this video, 18,000 likes. This is a controversial video, and I knew that going into it. I knew a lot of people would give me some pushback for it, but there was also a lot of people who were very supportive of it. Now, as I had stated in this video, this was my first time watching a Stephen Darby sermon in my life. My best friend Elliot, he had mentioned Stephen Darby to me, and I had never taken the time to actually watch one of his sermons. So I opened up the video and I said, you know what, since I'm going to be watching this anyway, let me just turn the camera on and let me just react to it. And ultimately, that reaction, quote unquote, essentially turned into me just watching the entire sermon and not really saying too much because there was a lot of information that I was processing. And I was really just taking it all in and kind of, processing what I was listening to. And then after the fact, when I turned off the camera, I kind of had a little bit more time to kind of reflect on my thoughts and what I was, what I was hearing from that sermon. Now, he has a lot of views, controversial views that I'm aware of. And I wanted to dive into some of those conversations. I didn't want to necessarily shy away from those conversations. I wanted to dive into those conversations. And to be honest with you, this sermon that I posted was probably on the tamer side in comparison to some of the views that he has that people would deem to be controversial. But nonetheless, I wanted to have those conversations and I wanted to use some of his other sermons to, have some of those conversations and dive deeper into those controversial topics. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about. But yesterday, I'm sitting talking to a friend who came over. She wanted some help with launching her podcast. So we were having a conversation and I got an email, and the email essentially told me that the video was going to be removed in 7 days. Now, my initial thought, and this is the video right here that you're looking at. So this is the analytics or the back end of my YouTube channel. So this is a little bit of what I see after I post a video. So my initial thought was that YouTube was trying to take it down because, he was saying some very controversial things and YouTube is pretty sensitive at times. So I wasn't very surprised. But then as I clicked into it further, I realized that I had a copyright takedown notice. Now, a copyright takedown notice is a very serious copyright complaint that could quite literally end the entire channel. And that's why I was kind of surprised when I got this notification, because when you react to different videos on YouTube specifically, it's not uncommon to get a copyright claim. Now, a copyright claim is simply when the owner of the content that I react to essentially says, you know what, you can keep the video on YouTube, but we are going to claim all of the monetization from that video. So any money that you receive from that video, we're going to go ahead and take all of that revenue for ourselves. And that is the case whether I react to 1% of the video or 100% of the video. If somebody claims it, then they're going to take all the revenue from that video. This is very different though. This is, as YouTube puts it, a copyright owner has issued a delayed legal copyright takedown complaint for this video, giving you time to review and respond before a copyright strike is issued. If you get 3 copyright strikes, your channel is deleted. So I reached out to them because this is a type of claim that the owner of the video, they have to, like, most of the time, 90% of the time, if not 100% of the time, you have to manually go into YouTube and you have to submit a copyright takedown claim manually to YouTube. YouTube reviews it, and then YouTube reaches out to the individual in question, which is myself, and says that you have 7 days to take it down. Otherwise, you get a strike. But in that process, they give you the email of the individual who is filing the complaint. So Stephen Darby, he passed away. I'm not 100% sure who's running his social media, specifically his YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's somebody from his family, if not multiple people from his family, is, you know, running his YouTube channel, because they're still posting some videos on his YouTube channel. So I sent them an email yesterday. At this point, it's been, I sent it at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's 3:27 at the time of recording this. So it's been a little bit over 24 hours. I wasn't sure what time, you know, zone they were on. So I didn't want to like send an email and then jump to conclusions. But at this point, I don't really know if they're going to respond to me. So I'm just going to make this video because I know a lot of y'all are going to be asking, why did you take that video down? Were you scared about the, you know, this, that, and the third? Like, no, I literally, they're trying to take down my channel. So I literally had to take the video down. So that's a big reason why I'm making this video. And also, I'm just very confused as to why they would send me a copyright takedown, and why not just email me and just say, hey, Nick, we don't want you to react to this video for whatever reason, or we don't want you to react to this video without giving us compensation, or we don't want you to react to this video because we don't want the increased exposure, whatever it is. I don't know. It's completely up to their discretion. It's their content, but the way they went about it is extremely shady. And that's why I'm kind of taken back and confused. But anyway, I said in my email, I said, hello, Stephen Darby team. You sent me a request to take down the sermon I reacted to on my channel. Do you mind sharing why you sent the request? ? And then I said, here's a link to the video in question. I linked the video. Then I said, kindest regards, Nick Jones. So I was just trying to get some more, and let me refresh it as I'm talking, just see if they responded or not. Yeah, so I don't have any respond yet. So I was just trying to get some more clarity as to why because that's a pretty extreme thing to do. I could understand if they reached out to me first and said, hey, Nick, can you take down that video? I would have been more than happy. I would have been like, yeah, I'll take it down. No problem. I could understand if they reached out to me first and said, hey, can you take it down? And I said no. I could understand why they would send me a copyright takedown request, because they don't have any other option. But there was a clear opportunity and a clear option to just simply email me, ask me to take down the video, and I would have taken down the video without any question. I would have asked why, because I'm just curious. Because you would think if you're posting videos on YouTube, which this video was posted on YouTube, I linked the original video in the description. I linked the original video to the original channel in the description. You would think when you're posting sermons on YouTube that you want that sermon to reach as many people as possible. And I didn't even really say anything in my reaction. I didn't really say anything negative or positive. The biggest thing I actually said was like, yo, I wish he was still alive, because I would have loved to have a conversation with him, because he seemed like a very interesting guy. But I linked the original video in the description, therefore pushing, you know, more viewers to their ministry. And even the top comment is, Nick, you don't even know how many of your viewers you blessed by introducing him. So the overall sentiment from what I'm receiving has been a pretty positive sentiment, at least for this sermon in particular. And also when you look at it, and I'm not trying to say I'm taking all the credit, because I'm not taking all the credit for what I'm about to show you. But the point in showing you this is that it's increasing the visibility of their ministry. It's not decreasing. So there's a site called Social Blade where you can look at any of the YouTube channel's analytics. Now, these are not 100% accurate, like the monthly and the yearly earnings. These are pretty much never accurate. But the subscribers and the views are pretty spot on for the most part. But if you look, they've had 125% increase in subscribers in the last 30 days. So 9,000 subscribers, up 125%, and then up 30% in their views. They were already doing really well in their views. Their views are very consistent. Their views are very consistent. But the one spike that they did have is right when I posted that video, and that was when July, I'm sorry, it was this one. That was July 6th. So if you see what I'm looking at on this chart here, on July 6th, from July 6th to July 12th, they had 4,000 subscribers gained. And then from July 13th to July 19th, they had 4,000 subscribers gained. So it's adding increased visibility to their ministry. And like I said, I don't know what their goal is. I'm just under the assumption when you're broadcasting a sermon on the internet, the idea is that you're trying to reach more people. And maybe this is what they wanted. Maybe they wanted, I can't imagine. Maybe it was just an accident. Maybe it was just an accident. This could very well all be a misunderstanding. It could very well all be a misunderstanding. Maybe somebody hit the wrong button. Maybe, maybe they were trying to take it down. Maybe they were trying to do a different type of copyright claim and they hit the wrong button and they couldn't go back and change it. Maybe it was automated. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to assume the best, but I'm just very confused as to why you wouldn't want to have that increased exposure to his ministry. You know what I mean? Or at the very least, I don't know why you wouldn't just hit me up if it wasn't an accident and just say like, hey, can you take it down? Because I would have gladly have taken it down. I would have gladly have taken it down. You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks because I was looking forward to watching some more of his, more of his sermons, because there's a lot of very, very interesting topics that we've never really spoken about on this channel that I wanted to dive deeper into, using his sermons as, a point of reference in certain cases. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that because they're literally trying to take down the entire channel off of this one video. So it's frustrating. It sucks. I'm hoping it's just like a misunderstanding. And I'm really not trying to put them on blast. So don't go. And as a result, this is probably going to put them on blast, but like, don't go and leave like a bunch of negative comments on their videos and stuff like that. Don't do that. I really wanted to just make this video just to kind of let you know why, number one, I had to delete the video, because the video was doing very well. The video was doing very well. Like, the video was doing very well. It had 369,000 views, 135,000 hours of watch time. It was doing very well. So a lot of people were watching it. A lot of people were commenting and engaging with it. So I think people would notice if I just deleted it. So I wanted to let y'all know why I was deleting it, and also a further explanation as to why I'm no longer going to be reacting to any of his sermons, because I ain't trying to get shut down. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. If anyone from his team is watching, I just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Send me an email. I'm just curious. And it's not even on any like animosity or any negative emotions or anything like that. Because like I said, I was like, yo, I would love to have a conversation with him. I know he passed away. I was even thinking about, yo, should I reach out to like somebody in his family and have a conversation with them? Because I'm so fascinated and I'm interested, So, if anyone from his team is watching, feel free to reach out to me. I sent you guys an email, and just kind of let me know, what happened, and kind of, I don't know. I just want to know what happened. That's it. Cause I was never expecting like a copyright takedown from, like fellow believers. That's kind of like, if anything, I would expect it to come from like from a different group of people that I've talked about, but not from like fellow believers. I would never expect, to have like a copyright takedown strike against the channel, which literally compromises the entire channel. So kind of crazy stuff, but let me know what y'all think. Get in my comments. Like this video if you want to support. Yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm out.